Okay, well, first of all, there's no such thing, JBot, as a cheap marker. So the good thing about Copics is you can refill them. So you don't have to. So yeah, they're $5 and whatever a piece, but that's why I don't have colored ones, because I'm not going to spend $2,000 and get every single color. But I do get the gray ones, which are very you know you can get 20 gray ones for $100, right? Somewhere in that neighborhood, and that allow you to get warm 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and zero, and cold or cool 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and neutral 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And that can cover all your grays. And that's all I use, is I don't use the colored markers, but I do use the tonal ones, because you can do a lot of nice work just with tonal, black and white tonal, or gray, as the case would be. Because remember, the cool markers lean towards the blue spectrum. The warm markers lean towards the yellow, and the neutral are just basically neutral charcoal gray type stuff. So by putting warm grays next to cool grays, you can get more of a yellowish orange feel with the warm grays, and the cool grays will feel more blue. So you can actually sort of pretend you're getting color use out of them. But I don't even know if Copics are the best markers. I just use them because I've been using them for so long. But they are refillable, and so they're supposed to be archival. Whether they are or not, I guess time will tell, right? But I mean, it would be cheaper to get watercolors, but watercolors are, then you got cleanup and stuff that you don't necessarily have with the Copic markers. So there is a convenience aspect to being able to use the markers. So you might get a couple, and just test it out, see how you like them. I will say that using markers, the key to using markers is very similar to the key to using watercolors. Don't overwork it. You want to lay them down quick, and the way that you maintain control is, that's why you use the grays, because you can start and lay down a 0 gray. Then you can lay say a 2 over the top of that, and you can go back and blend it with a 0. Then you can put some darker in with a 3 or a 4, and that allows you sort of to build up your values slowly, and then you feel more in control of what you're doing. But it takes time to learn how to use them correctly. I was in a commercial art studio, and we had to do, before I got into comics, and we did commercial storyboards all the time. And all of the storyboards we did for commercials, unlike film, when you're doing commercials, they want those markered up and colored. So we would use marker paper, marker bond paper, which is a very thin but resilient paper that's made especially for markers. And so we'd do our drawings, and we'd ink them with we used to ink with Niji stylists, but those things will vanish over time. So I don't even think they make them anymore because they're such crap. But use a Micron or whatever, ink it, and then you go over it with markers, colored markers or whatever. And that's how I learned to use markers, was doing storyboards. And you had to do it quick. So you learn how to lay the marker down just like you would a watercolor. You do it quickly, and so you don't overwork it, because once you overwork it, it starts bleeding together and it just looks like crap. So you have to lay the stuff down quick, but you have to get comfortable laying the marker down quickly, so that it looks good when you do it. So there's practice involved in it, but